Welcome back to the VCDs. We took a small hiatus to get my shit together, and now we're in the year 2024. And I've got big plans this year, but before we get into all that, let me enlighten you. So what I'm going to do periodically out this vlog is VCD, is combine the two formats that I used to do. So one of it is going to be the narrative part, because I'll be watching some of my old vlogs. I'm like, man, I do kind of miss that kind of editing, where half of it is going to be 101, like this, trying to explain everything that I needed to do, and then we're going to go back into the narration, and then maybe like a montage or something like that, because I do kind of miss montages. And since I have like a brand new camera with like HD and I can like render it in 4K 60 frames a second, like it's just gonna be fucking amazing. And I think that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. And especially for this, it most likely is just gonna be kind of what I'm feeling that day, like as of editing, or to provide more context to what the fuck I was talking about. So let's get back to the narration. Long story short, everything was just crumbling apart for me in the months leading up towards the December of last year. The conditioning of my own hubris was bound upon the righteous fury, and my soul was yearning to bounce for more. Never was the cost of my own failures and faults seen to bounce back into my frontal lobes. The environment around me felt so empty of lighter thoughts, and seemed no matter what I did, it was just not happening. Multiple slip-ups and desperate chances and ill will towards communication led to the downfall of a better end towards the year of 2023. Looking back on my own veneer, the qualm I had with myself was an emotion no deep breath could dissipate. No closing of my eyes and letting the wind hit me in a way where all my fears let go. All of my wind set sail and cast me into the wild blue yonder. I felt stuck ashore in the worst place imaginable, and the unimaginable, in reality, wasn't even bad. It was just the stress of it all that was just really getting. It was truly a struggle. It was truly a struggle. Like the last, from I say like maybe mid-September to like maybe almost like mid-December was just such more stressful than what it needed to be. And now I'm just like chilling, and I'm just kind of waiting around till my flight.
Stacking every month, put that work in, I deserve to stand. Bring the baddies to the front. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Yeah. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want.
That's pretty much what I do. I like wake up, I pack the rest of my mom's shit and put it in the basement, wait till dinner, go to the store or something, go make dinner, come back, and that's pretty much about it. Nothing was going my way, from paying for the ticket to Africa to see my girl, and the transparency in that area of my love life was just stressful as well. Too stressful, and not knowing how to overcome it, I was walking on eggshells. Even though she was the love of my life, she did make it more difficult than what it needed to be. Just from an emotional standpoint, it felt like no matter what I said or did, the relationship was over. I said this, it was over. I said that, it was over. I had to bite my tongue for such a long time, I felt numb to speak. Would all blow up in my face. I have never felt defenseless in a long time, or days I would feel the same old feeling again of, This is why my words don't matter. My feelings are meaningless. My actions go without reactions. I need to keep my head held high. I would say out loud sometimes, this is why men fucking kill themselves. Because no matter what I said or did, it just wasn't good enough. My love was conditional to what I brought to the table. My happiness was what others thought my happiness should be. What my actions should dictate. Now, I'm no doctor, but my heart was sick. I wasn't even making videos and music. I was just in the grind mode where nothing else really mattered, and I felt just god awful, where I was just this machine that provided other dreams but my own. Like, my dreams don't matter, so I might as well just make other people's dreams happen. My goals don't matter, so I might as well just make others happen. And I still remember that stress. It was just so fucking stress. Like, there was no reason why she just hadn't made it that fucking difficult. Do you know what I mean? Like, no matter what I said or did, it was just, oh my God. Like, I still feel it. You know what I mean? Like, that frustration, like, just that frustration in life where you're just, she wouldn't talk to me unless it was about the stupid fucking ticket. Like, if we wasn't talking about the plane ticket, then what was the point? Like, it was just, oh my God, like, so stressful. For literally no reason. And it's so weird because there was a dichotomy between the narration and what I'm really about to talk about. Just because in the later half, I'm like, yeah, I'm really happy-go-lucky. Like, yeah, times are good. But, when I first started, writing this, I was still kind of going through it. And then over the time, like, I was supposed to release this on the 1st. By the time you've seen it, it'll probably be like the 9th. And that's the kind of thing where, realistically, that's just kind of what happens. That's why I'm starting, as you see in the last clip, me starting writing the other scripts. So pretty much as soon as I'm done editing this, I'm going to write the rest of that script. And then, like, before I go to bed, or, like, before, like, my mom wakes up or whatever, like, I'll just record it. Like, just record it. It's there. You know what I mean? Add the music. Chop it up. I've been meaning to add the visuals, but it takes so long to actually, like, download. So it's like, fuck, I might as well just add my pictures, go out and make videos and do B-rolls and shit, because it's just, that would just be so fucking much easier. Like, as you see in the other clip, where I'm just going down to the one dude's house, like my neighbor's house, like this, like down the street, right, and it's just filming that Christmas scene, just because it just takes way too fucking long on this. It's like it just takes too long, so I'm like, fuck it. But I feel like I just had to explain that, like, that first, like, I feel like most of my life it's just been that frustrating feeling that you're just stuck, and no matter what you do, you're just fucked. You're just fucked in that stuck, mindset, pretty much, where it like, God, like, and that's why I say, like, this is why men fucking kill themselves. Like that's just what I felt like at the time. And I think going forward, that's just what I'm just gonna be. I'm just gonna just lay it out on the table. Like, this is just what I felt. This is me unapologetically, So let's get back to the narration. It was like this for about 2 to 3 months. And sometimes letting your pride and ego, as well as your ability to communicate, sometimes have to be humbled in order for it to work. For anything to work in life, from business to relationships, any dichotomy in life will always be testing, to say in the least. And sometimes that test comes at the worst possible times, piling up on which for no other reason than just to fuck you up mentally, physically, spiritually, or any other illy there is. I needed a break, and a little break before I break. Sometimes you need a break in the relationship in order for things to work. Mine just happened to be a heart-to-heart one, a personal one. Personally, to take the breather before I leave her, if that makes any sense. Just to take a breather for a moment, and we did take a break for about 3, maybe 4 days, just to take a breather and let the emotions run its course, and boom, we back into making things work. I think a lot of people mean taking a break is getting to fuck whoever you want and take all the drugs and booze you want because you're free. But that's not what it is at all. You're just taking a break. You're not breaking up. People conflate the two. Sometimes you need to let the pot simmer before you can finish cooking the meal. That's it. We did just that. And even though it was frustrating, we worked through it. And that is what successful relationships do. We work it out. Even if yins need a break, you're still working things out, you know, and you're still trying to make it work. You're just not physically in the same room together trying to make it work. You're looking through a window. And that's what we did. We worked it out. And that's what we did. And even if yins need a break, that's just what we've been doing, especially me on the sidelines. I know that I haven't uploaded much lately, but I'm getting back on my feet again, and we're going at this full force. I'm going to make $100,000 this year, invest in some Roth IRA and maybe some stocks and bonds, some crypto. I want to catapult myself into the upper middle class by the start of 2025. And I know that from October and November was a rough couple of months, but I believe that helping to support my family and myself, even though it was a struggle, even though I felt all of my efforts were going unnoticed and my life just felt fucked amongst other things, and I need to unfuck my life. But no matter what I did, I just felt stressed. It was just stressful and frustrating to say the least, but I managed to get through. Sometimes we have these bouts with hardships and hard times, and I'll say for myself that 2023 honestly has been one of the best, if not the best years of my life. I always said I'll probably die in my 20s and I'll never make it to 30, and now I think that's still true, but on a spiritual one. And I think just because of like the environment I grew up in with the people I surrounded myself by, we were just sitting there thinking like, yeah, we're not making it to 19, like we're not making it to 2020, and now we're almost 30. And we're talking about, you know, like, because back in the day, we were talking about, like, yeah, let's get them. Let's get that money. You know what I mean? Let's go rob that fool. And now we're talking about, like, Roth IRAs and business strategies and investments and how can we diversify our portfolios. And it's just kind of, like, really crazy that, like, I could even, like, get to this point where, for the longest time, I was like, well, I'm a musician, so... right, I'll just join the 27 club, you know what I mean? I'll just die at 27 and like that would be it. And I have all of my mixtapes that's never been done, and it's just written for people to read it, and then I guess my family will go through my phone and just see all this stuff that I had planned and what I wanted to do, and then now it's like, no, I could actually do it. Not like things are kind of like possible, right? I remember the one time I had this weekend where I got like 2 checks at the same time and the stimulus, and I had like $2,700 on my bank account. I was like, we're gonna make this shit work, you know what I mean? And also too, like, I think because I had that girl for like 5 years, right? Like, so I'm pretty much about to get married, right? And I've been with her for 5 years, and all through all the ups and downs, we'll still make it kind of work. And it just kind of just goes to show that, you know. And a long time ago, this dude that picked me up, I used to go to GED class back in the day. He said, you know, you'd be surprised what you believe in. And that kind of stuck with me. And I swear, from 21 to 22, from 22 to 23, like every year I just kind of believed in something different. And over the years, it just got more and more positive. Where, you know, I think I'm supposed to die in my 20s, but spiritually speaking, like I'm supposed to commit spiritual, like, suicide and grow from the ashes, if you will. So that's kind of where I was getting at. I need to commit it into spiritual suicide in order to grow into the person I was always meant to be. The man I'm meant to be, and I questioned this for a long time. What is a man? A calm man will use you for insecurities against you, use that internalized anger to push hatred onto people. And I felt my whole life I was surrounded by calm men, or men who've been conned by those men who wasn't living their true lives. And what is a true life? Is it living unapologetically, bold and steadfast in their arms, kindly empathy, moderately conducting self-control, and being self-aware? I think about this a lot when I sit in my room at night alone with all the lights off. Millions of questions just pour into my mind. What is defeat? What is betrayal? What is motivation? What is the meaning of this life? What is defiance? What is youth? What is remembrance? What is aloneness? I build upon these and truly question everything around me and learn from within. Some call it meditating, others disconnecting, and maybe even disassociating. However, the definition falls upon this action, and this action of me is what keeps me alive. Feeling alive, because I think for the longest time I never felt alive, just living. if not just merely surviving. Thriving was something for rich people, and I conflated richness with wealth, and wealth with value, and value with monetary definitions respectfully. As I get older, maybe even dare say a little wiser, the more my eyes open, the more words have meaning. And I know just a couple of minutes ago, I said the exact opposite. But hey, what's joy without pain? What's wisdom without stupidity? What's a kind person without a few assholes? I'll dare anyone to appreciate love without making sacrifices for it. I'll dare anyone to succeed without losing it all first. I'll dare anyone to go through heaven without having the trials and tribulations to get there in the first place. But like a wise man said, you're riding high in April, shot down in May, but you know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. And that's life. And right now, I'm in the upswing. With buying this new phone, where I hadn't had a great phone in a while, and I'm enjoying every second of it. And there will come in time where this phone will stress me the fuck out and piss me off. But hey, that's life, baby. So with that said, this is Ryoichi signing out.